You're a man of faith.
I am. And even though I'm a Baha'i, I consider myself a Christian because my love of Jesus, the red letter Bible, like what Jesus taught, what he said, what he did, being a little different than what rose up.
So if we're talking about subscription to the teachings of Jesus, then I'm a Christian.
Okay.
But because being a Christian meant something very specific to us, and what we considered a Christian was someone who had specific faith in the person of Jesus as the offering for our sins, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's what a Christian was. And I think that in many ways, it's still kind of what a Christian is to most people. And because that's what it kind of communicates, I say, I agree with the teachings of Jesus. But the person of Jesus, the nature of Jesus, and like what is fiction, what's fact, I'm not really that concerned with what's fact and what's fiction.
Well, what Rick gets right in that is certainly that agreeing with the red letters in the Bible or the teachings of Jesus is not essentially what makes you a Christian. Jesus' teachings were certainly revolutionary, countercultural, and very admirable. They're admired by people around the world who have a variety of different religious backgrounds. So certainly if you believe something else in its essence, but like Jesus' teachings, that doesn't make you somebody who's a follower of Jesus. Red also led into the idea that what makes you a follower of Jesus is somebody who's believed in Jesus' death on the cross and given your life to that. But I would say that it's even more than that. It's that you say, I subscribe to the entirety of Jesus' worldview, and I've submitted my life to the person of Jesus so that Jesus is, in fact, my Lord. He's the one who's in charge of my life, and I'm letting him run my life from this point forward. So agreeing with teachings is a step in the right direction, but until you have said, I'm going to follow Jesus with all of my life, you're definitely not somebody who's a Christian.